Kelley. Welcome to Home Life tonight. I'm here with Michael. Todd has the week off. Everybody is going through their not so springtime stuff. So here we are. It's me and Michael tonight. And we're going to give you another episode of Reapers Recalled, as well as some information to move upon. And not only that, the best show you can get in the shortest amount of time.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, everybody's been kind of on and off the last couple of weeks. I took the last 2 weeks off. I guess I would say I was away on business, working. You and Jen were on vacation, also away doing a couple other things, and Recalled went to the wayside for 2 weeks. So now we're actually going to be getting into the first episode of Recalled in quite a bit, probably the first one of July, to be honest.
Probably. The big scheme of things, we're going to get back to the interviews. We're going to get back to the national haunt circuit and talk to all of the awesome people that we know throughout the industry. Tonight, we are going to focus back on Reaper's Revenge and give you an episode that depicts that. We'll get back to the interviews next week. I do want to hold on for 1 second. I want to ask you, if you're on YouTube and you're watching this video, do me a favor. Look down. There's a subscribe button. Do me a favor. Click it. That's it. Click that button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be doing episodes all season long, whether we open or not. We are optimistic about opening, but whether we open or not, check us out on the YouTube. We're gonna give you all the information you need to, but please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, guys. I mean, you know, we've been doing a lot of stuff on Facebook and social media, and you know, YouTube is one of the channels that we are now pushing a little bit harder on. We're gonna have a lot of content releasing on that over the next few months. Like I said, like Kelley said, regardless of the COVID status, you know, opening or not, we do plan on releasing a lot of content throughout the Halloween season. There is no final word on the 2020 season involving Reaper's Revenge right now. We do have some meetings slated over the course of the next week to 2 weeks to try to decipher all the things. We're trying to decipher, you know, the Commonwealth, the rules, the regulations, and if it's a reality, if we can do it. But the team, you know, the core team of Reaper's Revenge is staying really optimistic. We're staying really excited about it, and you know, that's really all we could say right now. The owners have been going back and forth now for probably since the beginning of all this, and now it's becoming to a point where, like, you know, the real answers will start coming in, and you know, we'll be working with everybody, and we'll let everybody know as soon as we know.
If there's any team that can do it, it's ours.
So I mean, before we get to Reaper's Revenge Recalled, our beloved Hillbillies, give me a little spiel as to what they did today.
I was gonna just hype it up and just say that, like, and here's a word from our Hillbillies. Not quite sure what they're up to, but they're gonna give you some information on what they're up to. I'm not quite sure. They sent me a little thing, and I hope you enjoy it. Here's the Hillbillies with a word from our sponsors, the Hillbillies.
We gotta save Halloween! So now listen, you want to see our pretty faces this year? Because we want to see yours. You better listen to these rules.
Don't forget to social distance, wash your hands, and wear your mask. Help the Hillbillies save Halloween.
Oh God, our Hillbillies. I love the two of them.
Welcome back to the show.
You know, the two of them, a lot of people, you know the Hillbillies, you know, have been a staple at Reaper's Revenge for, you know, all 11 years. And now, you know, they have really morphed into these characters. And now we have a hard time deciphering if that's just who they are or if it's the character that they play.
No, that's just who they are. I'm pretty sure. It's method. It's like method acting at its finest. I'm not quite sure. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure it's them.
Well, the last time we did Reaper's Revenge Recalled, we did the Reaper's Revenge Roulette, which I opened 400 photos on my desktop, and what we did is we let the mouse choose. You know what I mean? We let it click, we let it roll, and it brought up a picture, and whatever picture it was, we talked about. And, you know, a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? A lot of these files that, you know, we don't use for marketing, a lot of these files, you know, we have, you know, just kind of hanging around. And what do you say we just hop into it and have a good old time?
Let's do it. I'm excited.
All right, Kelly, you ready? Let's get this puppy going. I'm gonna hit share screen here. We're gonna
let's do it.
We're gonna bring up the roulette.
I'm excited.
We'll start with this right here.
Yeah.
Is that a young Cola?
I'm not sure if it is or not. I was trying to figure that out. It's definitely Chance and Amy Seacole. I'm not quite sure if it is. I don't believe it is. Definitely her getup. See, that's I lose a lot of these clown girls in the makeup sometimes, but I'm not sure if that's her or not. I don't believe it is. But this is definitely Amy Seacole in the blue hair. And definitely Chauncey Stitches the clown back there being a punk rock clown in the background there. And this is when we actually took the actors out on a hayride. Everybody loaded on the wagon and they went out. We don't do that anymore. It's a little bit more efficient than that.
A little bit more chaotic.
At the same time, yeah, a little bit more chaotic, but at the same time, we don't take them or put them on scene that way anymore. But it was a good source of allowing me to do pep talks that I didn't like to do at the time. I really wish I could do it now.
All right.
You know, I at the time. Next one. Let's do it. Yeah, what's this?
This is the barrels. This is the barrels of toxic scene.
It is, indeed it is. I thought we were going to the game joints there, but that is the barrels of the toxic scene prior to tipping and then not tipping anymore. Great scene, a lot of fun to go through. I mean, when you're on a hayride and you see something coming towards you like they were, we've managed to make a little bit of people angry at us for dumping a little bit of water on them in the fall. For that, I do not apologize. That's what Halloween's all about.
So actually, I mean, our art department does a really good job with this stuff. You know what I mean? Like right down there in the middle, you can see like a lot of the different stuff they use to make these things look corrosive. And then this is actually what they ended up looking like towards the end. You know what I mean?
That's Andy Gregory on the ladder. I'm assuming that he was doing the water effects, but yes, the barrels start like you saw them, and then they end up. The texture is like padded on spray foam, and then paint from there. And then you end up with a barrel that looks like that. I mean, it's a great effect.
It is. Here we go. Roulette again and stop. That's not interesting. All right, we're gonna do one more top down, and this is actually one of my good friends. This is Eric.
Who's that?
Remember Eric?
I do. He put a new spin on the Barker the year after I was not the Barker, and it's a timing position. It's a time honored position. He put his own spin on it. He did a great job. I was happy he was on board for the season, and I want to say that him and Dave Skank did the same season together. I want to say that. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
it was close.
As the Barker, he did a great job. So thank you for holding up to your end of the bargain. Doing his makeup, that's Amy Seacole. You've seen her on the show quite a few times.
Oh, that's not Amy Seacole. That's
no?
I think that's
Come on.
I think that's Taylor Puelzik.
No, I'm getting old. Yeah, this is when we were in the tent though. We went through a hurricane. And then we all decided that we needed to move the makeup department into a building.
Yeah, this is a long time.
But,
This is actually right around, I want to say, my second year of working up there. You know what I mean? And I was 25.
Yeah.
I was 25 years old. I was just like, anybody that needs to come up and work. Hurry up. Let's go get up here. My buddy Eric hit me up. He's like, hey, man, I got nothing going on. You need help? I was like, yeah, see you up here. Bye.
I put him through heck. I know that.
All right. Let's see.
Where are we going?
Emmanuel.
Yeah. So this
Pop
is
and Lock.
Emmanuel Brazier. That is Pop and Locks. It is now Pops. He was the original roamer. He was the my lovely wife Jen did the jacket for this. He was the only person to ever get tips as well, at least that I know of, because I'm not out front. But at least the only actor that I know that got tips in that hat from just doing dance moves. He is the original street dancer that we kind of were like, hey man, you want a job? And he has been a part of the family and a part of the team this entire time, whether he's taking the season off or not. He knows he can always come back and do his thing. Love you, Pops.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
this kid has no
truly
chance.
a dancer. No, and that's the kind of person you want doing any of these scenes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to
Comfortable
have an office
being uncomfortable.
I used to have an office in downtown Scranton, and I would be walking to lunch, and Emmanuel would be, man, on the corner, walking to the mall, wherever he was going, headphones in, dancing, singing as loud as he could. Didn't care who was looking, who was laughing. Didn't care at all, man. That's the definition of no shame right there. And one day, he walked up. He was around us. I was like, why don't you come up and have some fun and get paid to be fun? And he did it, man. And I remember the three of us, we were all sitting down. Like, why don't we just call it Pop and Locks and put a character to it? He is the first and original roamer, and people loved it, man. I wish we could bring him back.
Yeah. That being said, every season since then, no matter what happened, when we were looking for him to come back to work, we just had to find him dancing somewhere on the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, hey, you're coming to work tonight, right?
This
the
is
infamous
before my time.
So, that's Sierra. That's the original bridge girl. For all that you know that know our bridge in the carnival walkthrough and know our bridge girls. There's only been a few. It's always been the same, but Sierra is the original. She can see through your soul. Let's put it that way. She is the original and the one that kind of made that part before there was an actual dialogue to the part. She was the one that was rocking on the steps and looking you straight in the eyes, and you felt weird about it.
Well, that's what we do. We make you feel
phenomenal actress.
All right,
some old Jenny
let's
pictures.
keep going here, and why not here? What do we got?
What do you got?
It's you.
Is it? Oh,
That's
man.
you.
I was young. I can tell you more about this picture than I'd like to. But I miss those pants, to be honest with you. They were Volcom and they were super comfy.
Volcom, if you're hearing, we'll take a sponsorship. Extra large.
Yeah. So that being said, where we're standing right there, I want to say is where the race car sits now when you walk down through pitch black.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to say that's where the hearse and the race car are. So there used to be a bit more trees, a bit more foliage.
The El Rancho Deluxe, or it was the El Rancho Deluxe.
So where are we going? Here it is. Is it up?
Oh yeah, man. The hillbilly shack.
Oh, again, so much more foliage. I want to say, my first couple years, I built Reaper's Revenge with Nick Wesley. That's who kind of mentored me into building sets and scenes. This is the first full scene that, well, no, Jason's Cabin was the first scene that I built, but I will say this is the second in Pitch Black. But while that was all going on, this was the first scene that I like from like skeleton structure to putting wood on the outside that me and Nick built together. And the ideas were like, this is what wood we have left, and should we hang it vertically or horizontally? I'm like, well, we've hung everything else horizontally. Why don't we put this vertically? The original Hillbilly Shack is still standing. It's still out there in the woods. It's iconic to me for many reasons, but it served its purpose, and currently it's on hiatus so we can get you into the Alice scene. But it's a really good look, and many a good times had in the early years in said shack. What's that? Oh yeah. Okay. So here's a side piece of information which Jen said that I'm allowed to release, is that in our first couple of years, we ran wagons 30 minutes apart. So yeah, that's a joke now, but we used to run them 30 minutes apart, not 4. We used to play Mario Kart 4-player games on Nintendo 64 in that little shack during the season, and still be able to get from and to our scenes before the next wagon rolled through. Next slide, please.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
I couldn't even fathom that. I couldn't even think about trying to do that. Now I have enough trouble sending out a text message to answer somebody else on the mountain.
Yeah, times were different, but we've come a long way, baby. We have. Well, that's the OG, man. It's a great scene. I'm happy I had to be a part of the original builds.
What's this? This is the playground.
That is the playground. I'm not sure if that's the original location of the playground. I'd like to burn it to the ground and never have to deal with it again.
Oh, likewise. Every year we fix it.
Yeah. It's been many different things. I want to say the small. We've done Chucky. We've done.
Freddy was there.
We've done Ghost Boys, Ghost Girls. We've done many different things in the playground. We've done Freddy. In the early days, the playground was at the beginning of the haunted hayride. It was actually the first 2 years. It was before Jason's Cabin, and we moved Jason's Cabin to the back of the woods. But yeah, it's a tradition in Reaper's history that thing still stands, and it's still part of the hayride. It's a giant pain in my ass.
All right, we're gonna do one more, buddy, and then we're gonna kind of call our wraps on this, but because we gotta save some of the photos later on. Let's see what I got here. I'm gonna let
you got it.
Oh, this is that's older.
Autumn.
From the makeup.
So it's Autumn DePietro, and I want to say this is like 3rd or 4th year. She was the victim at Hillbilly, which we don't, or the victim at Slaughter, which is now like the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Tribal.
Yeah, the tribal-ish scene that we have on the hayride. Back in the day, we had a victim, like a full-time victim. Phenomenal screamer, fantastic actress. She's been with us a long time. She is definitely part of the family. Big shout out to Autumn DePietro for knocking it dead all these years, but her shoe still sits out at that scene, part of the leg that gets chopped off. I mean, from going to practical gags to a bigger theatrical show, she's been a part of it the whole time.
Oh yeah.
So,
thank you. It's always interesting to see how the makeup department. That's actually back in the day. It was a paper towels, and latex.
And latex, yeah, the gelatin. I mean, some of the best makeups I've seen throughout the years were the more practical makeups. And I mean, I love our makeup team for progressing and doing what they're doing. And I've always said this to Jess is like some of the older stuff, if you look at it, practical, for as long as the customers see it, I appreciate what the makeup team has done this whole time. And back in the day, they definitely did a good job when they had very little to work with. So
that is for sure. The makeup team is definitely one of the pride teams that has worked with budgets and worked with a lot of constraints and a lot of the demands, and
yeah,
stepped and raised to every occasion through and through all over again.
Absolutely. Being an actor heavy show, everybody needs to look and feel like they're in their character, and they definitely help put them there. And they've only gotten better doing it. And I'm a true believer in simple is better, but even some of the makeups I see go out there, I know they're not simple, even though it's a simple idea. They've put like killer makeups out there doing very, very technical things. So big ups to them as well.
Well, brother, I mean, I think that'll do it for Reaper's Revenge Call for this week. We have a whole bunch of stuff planned. These last few weeks have really gotten away from us, as we've been dealing with, all the different things of figuring out the haunt opening, as well as a lot of projects going on from July 4th and on. So, these last couple episodes, we've been really, really busy and trying to piece this all together. But we come back again next Friday with a whole bunch of new stuff coming in. We have a couple of interviews coming up. We also have another episode of Reaper's Revenge Recalled that Jen and I have already started working on. And there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, super important interviews with super important people. And we'll be back here on camera soon. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Final thoughts on this episode of Haunt Life Tonight.
This is the longest my hair's been since Nirvana was a band, and I still don't believe in what is it? Oh yeah, groundhogs. Yeah, no, I don't believe in those. That's Hunter. Thanks for coming out tonight. We'll see you on Haunt Life Tonight next time.